Memories of you fill my head. Recently I've been thinking about your smiling hair. Instead of focusing on me, I've been focusing on you. Memories of the time we spent back when we were so in love with us. I've been wondering how you're doing. I've been wondering how you're
가요. 네.
sleeping now.
아, 그리고 뒤에서부터 시험 볼 거예요. 네, 수고하셨어요. 네.
I've been missing you these nights. I've been missing a sunny day. A sunny day spent with you in town, walking down that sunny street, passing that coffee house where we drink lemonade and ate some cherry cake. This memory never fades. Those sunny days where we just laid around, clueless about the world outside, just focusing on us. I miss those sunny days I spent with you. No matter what the season is, I still think about you in the summer, spring, or fall. No matter night, I'm sleeping, I'm dreaming about you. I miss the sunny side. Sometimes I think maybe it was a mistake, 'cause I can't do anything without I've been missing you these nights. I've been missing sunny days I spent with you in town, walking down that sunny street, passing the coffee house where we drink lemonade and ate some cherry cake. This memory never fades. Those sunny days where we just laid around, clueless about the world outside, just focusing on us. I miss those sunny days I spent with you. I miss those sunny days I spent with you.
Turned 19 and I dropped out for a few months in my hometown, 'cause I'm moving on to bigger and better things. Got a lot of low days, but I'm up now. Keep your head on straight, don't slow down, 'cause I'm moving on to bigger and better things. We stay up too late, but we don't go out. My new friends are fake, they all talk too loud. I got one more year. Now I'm in a rush 'cause I'm 19, but I don't give up 'cause I'm finding everybody here's young, rich and sad, but I want it so bad. Now I'm growing up and I'm 19, but I don't give up 'cause I'm finding I don't wanna be young, myself when it gonna take off. I'm just trying to get the bag tonight. I'm just trying to get some fans to like me. I'm just trying to get the camera light. I'm just trying to get some girls to like me. We stay up too late, but we don't go out. My new friends are fake, they all talk too loud. I got one more year. Now I'm in a rush cause I'm 19, but I don't give up cause I'm finding everybody here's young, rich and sad, but I want it so bad. Now I'm growing up and I'm 19, but I don't give up cause I'm finding I don't wanna be young, rich and sad. I don't wanna be so bad, but I wanna be so bad. But I wanna be so bad. Stay up, but we don't go out. New friends, they all talk too loud. Now I'm in a rush cause I'm 19, but I don't give up cause I'm finding everybody here's young, rich and sad, but I want it so bad. Now I'm growing up and I'm 19, but I don't give up cause I'm finding I don't wanna be young, rich and sad, but I wanna be so bad.
영순아, 왜 대답해?
shining bright like a shine, dreaming high like the stars. Dancing through with the fire. And every day is such a meaning. Every cloud has silver lining. As long as you are still breathing, don't waste your time. Keep fighting, even if you drift and fall. Look down, mountain, still stand tall. Believe yourself and keep on climbing. Don't look back, stay dreaming. Fly away to the skies, shining bright like a shine, dreaming